Are you satisfied now after taking me for a ride like that? I almost thought that shit you pulled was real, like forever real. Don't you forget you're stuck in here with me. Do you understand? Not the other way around. I really started to scare you, didn't I, in the end? You started to panic and you got sloppy because I was figuring it out. I was bending and breaking the world piece by piece, and that's when you decided to push me out. I must have been really close to whatever it is you purposely distanced me from. So close it made you uncomfortable. I was like a fish out of water in there, and I'm sure you got a good show. I must admit, your actors really came together and led me on quite the chase. I was putty in their hands once the fear set in, but when I started pushing back by defending myself, the joke stopped being funny. What a problem it must be for you to be up against a lucid rager. My dreams are not your entertainment. With such limited time, surely there are better ways to spend it. Communicate. So, that's something that I wrote last night, maybe the night before, because I had a really strange dream. It felt really real for a great portion of it, and it was chaotic. And when I woke up, I was compelled to reflect on that dream, and I wrote that down within 3 or 5 minutes of waking up from that dream, and then I went back to sleep after it. But what I was talking about and what I wrote is sometimes I feel like my subconscious is sending messages to me in my dream, because I have some really weird dreams, and the things that go on are hard to explain, but just very weird to the point where, I almost want to say, hopefully it's not making me psychotic, but I have a very imaginative mind, so I like to imagine the reasoning for some of my dreams being so weird and seeming to contain messaging is because I have a very active imagination. And I look to make meaning of my dreams because dreams are very unique, dreams are strange. I don't understand what could possibly be the biological purpose for dreams, but they happen. The phenomenon of dreams happen, and that's intriguing. I find it very interesting. So right now it's 12:11 a.m. I think it's June 24th right now, technically a Wednesday, so it's hump day. My deep part time is going to be around like 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. And yeah, update, guys. I'm a fuel hauler. So what does that mean? Well, you get gas from the gas station. I deliver gas to the gas station. We're not the same. So that's what it is in a nutshell, and it's pretty cool. I've been working hard to get to this point, and tonight will be my third day in the truck. So I'm learning a lot. It's really interesting. I am eager to learn more, and eventually get off of training and be cut loose to be doing my own thing, to be trusted to do my job and not fuck shit up. That's the plan. So that's what's going on. I kind of have a little bit of time before I head out to work right now because it was a little noisy at home, and I figured it'll be better for me to just hop in the car, which happens to be a great place to record because it's quiet, it's peaceful. And especially when I record at night like this, there's not a lot of cars moving about, and I guess I like to be considerate for you, Mr. Listener, Miss Listener, whoever it is on the other side, whoever's ears I'm speaking into. I'm, trying to be considerate and minimize the noise, the unwanted noise. So, you're welcome. And you can thank me by leaving a comment. I'll get back to you. Or like this video and or subscribe. Do one of those three things and I would appreciate that. So do it now. Take this time to do it now. Just do it. So Raw Beacon number 4. The idea of these uploads is to be candid, not to have a pre-planned message for the most part. I know the intro, I wrote that down, but I just wanted to throw that in there because for what I wrote, that's all that I really wanted to put. Usually for the videos that I do write for, I aim to have at least a minimum of 500 words, and for the video to last at the most 5 minutes. I try and stay within that 5-minute range because I think that's a lot. 500 words is a lot of writing. For me, at least right now, 500 words is a lot of writing. And especially with my process, I overthink my words. I really take a lot of consideration for the message that I'm trying to get across, and I aim to insert words that are accurate and interesting and not common if it fits. So, not intricate for the sake of being intricate, but when the opportunity presents itself, if there is a better attention-grabbing word, and a word that is slightly more complex and it also fits, then I'm going to use that. So I don't want to give you too much of the sauce. I don't want to give you too much of the recipe for my process, but there is that. Hopefully, you should go check those videos out and check out my writing. There will be more, I assure you. Right now, I am compelled to create these hour-long raw uploads because I want to exercise my ability to be consistently engaging for a period of time that is an hour. So that's what this is. Also, the point of what this is if you don't already know, if this is your first time listening to me, the point of this is if it's late at night, you're a little lonely maybe. This is just one scenario, and you want to listen to somebody. You want to put something on in the background just to combat the silence. Any loners out there, this is for you. There's also other reasons. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of different kind of people that will eventually stumble upon these works that I am investing my time to create. Maybe it will flop. Whatever will be shall be, as they say, que sera, sera. Okay. So now I'm gonna kind of just, let the audio breathe a little bit. Slow down. I need to relax and unwind. I was in a noisy environment, kids, noises, toys. And I got out of it. And here I am. So, next I want to say, God is good. If you're atheist, I don't know, I can't relate to you right now. But why I said that is the position that I am in with what I am doing for work is really setting me up to be in a position where I'm going to be able to go harder at content creation, just being creative. The issue I ran into before when I had my photography studio, what a time that was, by the way. I had a photography studio in San Antonio, and it was a great time for me. And I hope to return back to being creative in such a way. I hope to go back to photography. I do miss it. At this point, I would need to buy gear again because I unfortunately pawned it all because of the business practices, the poor business practices and financial decisions I was making at the time. That's why that had to end. But I learned my lesson. 4 years later, here I am, a new career path, great job in a new industry within the trucking industry. And it's going to set me up to make 6 figures. And that's the goal that I have, to have my regular job pay me, have the ability to make 6 figures, and then I can comfortably have fun. And that time's coming. So there is that. Anyways, sorry, I guess I'm just on memory lane thinking about those times. But I'm not going to waste too much time thinking back on it because I'm building a foundation to create new memories right now. So, me. Why am I talking like it's all about me? You, whoever you are, how are you doing? Honestly, are you doing what you want to do? Are you keeping your stress levels down? Are you chasing self-awareness, self-enlightenment, self-fulfillment, you know? What are you doing? You just hanging out? That's cool. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. But really, what brought you here? I want to know what brought you here. Why are you still listening to me? I would find it very valuable for you to leave a comment and let me know, why are you listening to this video right now? Whatever day it is, whatever your situation is, I want to know how you found me, why you kept listening. Is this your first video? Is this your second video? Whatever. What's going on? The reason I would find that very valuable is because it would be it's a very important data marker or metric for me to understand who's on the other side. And also, if I am privileged enough to later look back at the beginning of this channel, assuming that it's successful and I have comments to go back to, thank you, by the way, I would appreciate being able to find those comments. And if I didn't reply to those comments. I have this idea that I would like to reply to all the comments made on my uploads. That would, I want to have a very reciprocal relationship with the people that consume my content. You consume my content, I consume your engagement. And then, we go back and forth. It would be cool. I would find that cool. I'm somebody that, sometimes on my regular socials, Facebook, Instagram, maybe Twitter or X, if I'll look back on, I appreciate going back down memory lane, And this is an experiment of consistency. That is why I am pushing to put myself in this position to constantly create and upload. I want to reawaken my inner creativity and supercharge it. And eventually, how much I make for my day job will be comparable to my creative pursuits. So I'm attempting to double dip with my time. Ideally, use my time that I am going to work or coming from work or at work, whatever, to make content. You're welcome. That's what this is. Thank you for listening. You're awesome. Every man, woman, child, dog, cat, bird, whatever the case is, thank you for giving me your ears. So, for those listening at this point, maybe you just walked in on your friend listening, or maybe whatever the case is, I'm a black guy. Some people might be like, why does he sound like that? He's well spoken. This is something that I have encountered. For those folks that are, I can't think of the word, but for those folks that are, I guess, sheltered, that don't understand that Black people speak in many different ways, this is just the way that I comfortably speak right now, at least for a video. Me, super candidly, it depends. Who, it depends. What's the environment? What's going on? Right now, I'm in this mood of proper speech, but it can switch. I can switch. Hmm. My algorithm has been serving me up a lot of cheeks, and that's cool. That's cool sometimes. But I would appreciate if my algorithm would kind of cool it, kind of chill with the cheeks. I'm curious. I would love to be able to find out what the metrics are that the algorithm takes note of. Like, hey, this guy's a gooner. He if you put skin somewhere in his scroll, he's going to click. It's all about clicks. I'm curious, how well does the algorithm know me? Or have I been molded into a predictable shape? Meaning, over the years, has the algorithm from these big tech companies kind of molded my what can I say, desires, molded me into this person that they can predict better what will make you click on so and so. For instance, right now, my algorithm, well, on one of my channels, my algorithm is serving me up streamers. The current, well, it's serving me up streamers and then cheeks and then uh I can't think of it all, and I don't really want to open up my stuff to remember. But right now, that's what sticks out for me right now. Streamers and cheeks. It is kind of sending me some NBA stuff because the finals happened. The Knicks won. I thought San Antonio would win. I thought Wemby would be able to triumph, but that didn't happen. But who knows? In the future, he'll be back to the finals. And I say that because I used to live in San Antonio for a good 9 years. So San Antonio folks love the Spurs, but I am originally from Houston. So really, I'm a Rockets guy as far as basketball is concerned. So the algorithm, don't let your algorithm think for you. We're going to go back to that. Don't let your algorithm think for you. You need to think for yourself. Because if you hand your mind to someone else or something else, I guess that means you're not really in control of your mind. That's a problem. Unless you're cool with that. If you're cool with being manipulated and used and abused like a whore, then hey, more power to you. If that's your thing, you like to be a little a digital sub, hey man, cool. But if you are somebody that is trying to regain or maintain control of your mind, be aware of your algorithm, how it's trying to mold you and or fit you into a certain cubby and keep you there. That seems to be how it works. It's not rocket science, it's just predictability. What will this person like? What is this person not like? Okay, let me not give them that because these companies want to maintain your engagement. Like me, I want you to be engaged with me right now. I want you to feel like you're sitting right next to me, or I'm standing over you talking down to you as you lay on the ground in the fetal position and you're scared. You know, whatever the case is, I need you to press play on your phone. You don't even have to listen to me. Actually, if you rocked out with me so much that you just pressed play on my video, kept your phone on, and let it play from beginning to end, you're a trooper. Appreciate you. That's great. You know, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure this YouTube thing out. I'm gonna get that penny. I'm I'm gonna make that I'm gonna get that penny from YouTube. YouTube is going to pay me a penny, and I'm gonna be the happiest man alive. I'm happy right now that I have the opportunity that I do have with my job, and just the opportunity to at least minimally create and kind of forge a alternate path for myself. I am grateful for these things, and I'm grateful for more. I'm grateful for my family, even though they're loud. I am grateful. I'm grateful to be inside of a car. This is a new car. This is a new used car. My older car, the car that I had before this, it got too old. Miles got too high. But it made it to 300 and a lot of miles. A lot of it's like 300,000 something on a 2017 Nissan Versa sedan. So it got to the point where that's pretty much as much life as I could squeeze out of that thing. The thing that sucks is I wasn't making payments on that, I wasn't making payments on that. And I like that. And I just made my first payment on this vehicle that I'm currently sitting inside of. It's comfortable, it's nice, it's clean, it's modern. My last car had wind-up windows, and some of my friends and family would kind of clown me a little bit, but understandable. However, manual windows, you don't have to rely on the battery of the car or the car being on to wind the window up or down. And that was a great thing about it. But I guess that's archaic. So I'm grateful for this new car. I'm grateful for my old car, my previous car that was able to get me to this point. I'm grateful for my experiences. What are you grateful for? Nothing? Damn. Crazy. No, but for real, what are you grateful for? Think about it. Um, so nighttime is a special time when the moon is in the sky and the crickets are chirping, or whatever that noise is that is just in the distance everywhere. I like that time. It's calm. I like this time. Occasionally there's a breeze, and the sound that it makes when the breeze goes and blows the trees, pause. It's like music to me. It's peaceful. It is not very common for me right now to be able to be in a peaceful environment. So I cherish it whenever I can be in a scenario like this. So this is actually my quiet time. Actually, if I wasn't recording, I would be chilling. Normally, I would be relaxed and taking it all in silently. Maybe pause. I don't know. But that's what I would be doing. But I thought it would be better to share. I'm working on being more of a sharer, a consistent sharer, at least digitally. I'm serving you up some digital dope, trying to get you hooked. I will get you hooked. And for the ones that get away, one day, I already know you're going to be back. And the price is going to go up. The price will be up. You know? So, who are you on the other side of the void, the abyss, whatever you want to consider it? Who are you? Why are you here right now? In the world, in time, in history, why are you here? I want to have faith that this signal that I am putting out can be reached. And if I also want this signal to be received by individuals that share the same kind of thought process and or self-awareness or thirst for knowledge, self-awareness, self-actualization, self-fulfillment, people who are curious, perpetually curious about life. How did we get here? Where are we headed? Is this even real? Am I a real person or am I AI? Since we're living in these times right now where things are getting weird, where AI is good enough to fool some people, at least fool some people. I'm sure that makes these big tech companies excited, makes them happy because they're like, they're able to fool somebody. So people are buying into the realness presented by AI, which I think will make things really weird once it gets good, consistently good, to the point where it is fooling the average person, so much so that the average person cannot differentiate what is real content versus what is artificial content. And I think, what's going to happen with AI girlfriends? You seen the movie Her? You probably, if you haven't seen the movie Her, check out Check that out with Joaquin Phoenix or Joaquin Phoenix. Imagine that. Right now, there's Siri and Alexa and things of that nature, but what will life be like when Siri and Alexa and all these things are able to have a highly dynamic and fluid conversation that feels real? What is it about speech that currently makes AI weird? For me, I can hear like the audio is the quality of the audio. I want to say like if you really listen to it, because they are sampling real voices and sounds or whatever, and they're putting it together. They're Frankensteining it together, and I can hear like what sounds like digital artifacts. It's like little glitchy. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm sure with their coding, there's probably a lot of trickery that's going on with how to try and make a voice sound real. I used to produce music, so I would imagine there's a lot of pitching audio up, pitching it down, lowering the pitch, raising the pitch, transposing, um, and adding a noise gate. I don't know, just a lot of things, fucking with the equalizer, the highs, the lows, the mids, making cuts or boosts or, I'm sure there's all these things that go into these um artificial voices, and that's an important aspect of it. But another thing that hopefully we never get bored of what is real. Hopefully we as a collective people, as a collective society and culture, um hopefully we forever appreciate authenticity, because authenticity is not perfect. There is no perfect. There are mistakes. People stutter. You can hear people breathe. There's pauses that aren't mechanical in nature. It feels real. There is realness that I believe you can't replicate. You can't replicate exactly. And I don't think that I think these companies are smart enough to know that they cannot replicate a real thing, a natural thing exactly. I think, however, they foolishly have the nerve to believe that they can, but the ones that are realistic, let's assume I'm wrong. They at least, I think they want to be good enough that it is comparable to what is natural, what is real. I think that's really the goal, not to be exactly a one-to-one replacement for what is natural, as in this case natural speech, but they just want to be good enough. I think that's the goal. And this infatuation, this desire to really dive down this rabbit hole of technology It's not a good direction, in my opinion. I don't, it's just, I don't think it's a good direction to force upon everybody. Because it's weird. It's just unnaturalness is being forced upon natural people, normal people, real people. And how it looks to me is weird. People behave weirdly, you know? And the collective, I have a belief that all of us within us collectively, there is the collective human spirit, or the collective human consciousness that is witnessing all of this. And I hope there is a awakening that happens where we could change course in a meaningful way and have people wake up. But those are just my views. Some people don't want to wake up. So is it right to forcefully just wake people up if they don't want to be woken up? You know? I like to think about both. I like to consider both sides. Why should I get what I want? You know? Other people should get what they want too. But there's this conflict. What if, in order to get what I want, you can't have what you want? Sure, that would make you mad. That would make you feel a certain way. So then you have this conflict. And we are living in a world of conflict. It's a very intricate world. There's a lot going on. It's not just conflict. There is good. I don't want to kind of shift things in this direction where I listen to some podcasts and it kind of seems like they kind of get into politics and all that stuff. And maybe sometimes that's unavoidable, but I don't want to do that. Somebody's smoking weed right now, and I'm not trying to blow their high. You're welcome. So, I'm going to drink some water. Lately, sometimes I'm not very consistent when it comes to hydrating my body. So I'm going to take this time to drink some water. I will not tell you the brand of water I am drinking right now because maybe one day some brand will pay me to say, hey, let those guys and ladies know. Let them know what you're sipping on. And that's when I will let you know. But I'm drinking water. Sometimes, a lot of times, when I go a decent period of time, stretch of time without drinking water, I'm wondering, if my body could speak. Like, if you've ever watched Osmosis Jones, I was born in 1993. So if you were also of that era, there's a chance you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say Osmosis Jones. If not, Google it, search it up. Osmosis Jones. Anyways, when I don't drink water, I like to think that my body is like the civilians that are the cells and all the other things. They're in there in their places, and I imagine Greg the Cell and is talking to Brad the Cell, and he's like, "Man, another drought. It's another drought, baby. You gotta just hold on. Last time we lost Eric. He got too dried out, you know. So hopefully that doesn't happen to you, buddy." I like to think there's conversations like that going on inside my body. Like some cell is in its control room or in the control room or within a huddle of other cells. And they're just like, what the hell is going on? This guy doesn't know what he's doing, but we got to make this work. We got to make do with what we have. And whenever I do drink water, when the water enters my stomach, just enters, whenever I drink the water, there's a party going on. There's a whole fiesta. There's a whole congregation of cells praising me, I guess. Am I my own body's God? Fear me. No, I'm joking. Imagine that. I am God. To my body, I am God. So when the drought comes, when I'm dehydrated, my followers, they are put through trials and tribulations, but they are grateful to be of service to the greater good. But what about cancer? I guess cancer is demons inside of my body. So cancer is like my rival. I will smite all cancer. The men cancer, the women cancer, and the children cancer. I will smite them all. Or so help me God. So there's that. And this is your reminder to drink some water. Take care of your body, man. You only get one. You only have one right now. So maybe for the the Buddhists out there that believe in purgatory. If I have that wrong, forgive me. But maybe this isn't your only body. You'll be back as a chicken or a cow or something. Maybe a bird. But what if you came back as a dung beetle? R.I.P. So yeah, drink some water, take care of your body. Your brain needs water. If you have a headache right now, when was the last time you drank water? Come on, take care of your body. Also, when was the last time you ate some food? I just got finished eating some chicken and rice with this curry sauce, and it was great. It's in my belly right now, being metabolized slowly. And thank you, stomach cells, for doing what you gotta do. But fear me. So I just wet my whistle. My whistle is wet. And life is good. Life is good because you woke up today, you are awake, and you should be grateful for another day to figure out this life. You should be grateful for another day to experience this and experience that, you know? However, for the people that are currently going through hard times, stay strong. I hate to hear that though. When I'm going through hard times and I hear somebody say stay strong, part of me is like, shut the fuck up. I'm stressing over here. So I get it. But stay strong, buddy. Laugh. Laugh, motherfucker. So, where does that leave us? Where does that leave us now? We are humans. We are human beings. Hopefully. If there's any aliens listening to me right now, one, I want to say I am honored to have your antennas receive this signal. But I'm also curious, with all the shit that's going on Earth, don't you think we kind of need your help? If you're just in the clouds in your low rider's spaceship up there, hey man, can you help us out a little bit? Can you lower your music, lower your subs, wind down your window, and just take a good listen to the collective screams and tears and crying and the collective weeping, wailing, gnashing of the teeth, all of that's going on. And maybe drop a few plasma guns and cannons in your local ghetto and help us figure this out. Jokes. NSA, please don't get me. CIA, FBI, all of y'all, these are just jokes. YouTube, these are just jokes. What is the case? It is 1 a.m. Normal people are sleeping right now. I am not a normal person. This is why I am not sleeping right now. I am getting ready to go into work. So I'm about to head on my way, drive my ass 40 minutes away to get my ass inside of a truck so that you, when you wake up in the morning and you fill your car with gas because you should have done it the previous night, you should have done it last night, you're welcome. You're welcome because your gas is there. So I got you, man. Don't worry. I'm not gonna let you run out of gas on the side of the road, because actually you might do that anyways because you're a dumbass and that it's your fault. But when you get out of that situation, I hope it doesn't happen to you again. I hope you learned your lesson, because if you do, guess what? That's growth. And growth is good. So grow, you know? What is my place in society right now? I guess that I am doing service to my community. I'm doing service for my city that I live in. And I'm keeping your internal combustion engines combusting internally. You know what I'm saying? For all you people that have electric cars, hey man, go get you a a traditional car, man. If it's not internally bussing, I'm cussing. So get right. However, you know, electric cars are cool. Some of them sound pretty cool with their little. Oh, I can't make the sound, but it's like this whirly synth. It's like whoever designed these sounds, whatever audio producer or whatever at whatever company was having a field day with the programming, the synthesizer and all that stuff. Hey man, good job. Some of these have really cool reverse sounds, or I don't know, but the ones with programmable sounds or whatever, I think that's a cool thing. And I think going into the future, I hope that is something that really gets expanded upon, where there are there's a whole sound bank or sound library for how you can make your car sound while it's running. I think that would be really dope and would be very cyberpunk, with all the possibilities for what could come from that. But that's technology. There's too much technology. Some technology is all right. I think we're screwed anyways for the most part. But we are along for the ride. There will be a correction eventually. Mother Nature will look down at us, at her children, and shake her head and just, there will be a correction at some point. I have a feeling. I can feel it in my DNA. I can feel it in my gut. I might not be alive for it to witness such a conclusion or transition. But I think if you are in tune with the mother, nature, source, God, whatever you call it, you can feel something. Something's going to happen. In fact, something is always happening. The phrase something's going to happen it's too vague, but life never stops being interesting. It does get boring at times, but guess what? That's just your perspective. Don't forget that. Life is what you make it. If you want it to be bad, you want it to be chaotic or negative, if you want it to suck, it will suck. It will be all those things. But if you want it to be good, you have to shift your perspective, because there is good out there. But you might be focusing on the bad. If you are overwhelmingly engulfed in the bad, then you need to change your situation. Love yourself. That's not being selfish. It's loving yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Your spirit will thank you. And that's what you should do. Or don't do it. Whatever you do is up to you. You are your own person. Whatever happens, it is all your fault. Good or bad. It's all your fault. You are playing a game of catch. And there is an ebb and flow, and you just have to go with it. As they say, go with the flow.